Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your reading. Hope you're all well. Thank you for tuning in. I'm going to do you guys a love tarot reading. Going to do you a love tarot reading today. See what you've got going on. Please take what resonates, leave what does not. It's the 27th of January 2026. What messages do we have for Sagittarius in love? Messages for Sagittarius in love. Seven of Wands in the upright, Six of Wands in the reverse, Seven of Swords in the reverse, Strength in the reverse. You're feeling defeated in something. You've persevered with something, or you're standing your ground on something. You've been standing your ground, persevering with something, but you're not feeling like you're getting recognition or any achievement for your determined stance. You're standing up for something, but you're not getting any kind of success from it. And you're feeling powerless, taking accountability for something, or taking responsibility for something, or someone's taking accountability or responsibility for something perhaps deceptive, sneaky, or someone's owning up to something here. Someone's putting their cards on the table and being truthful and honest about something. So let's see what these might be about for Sagittarius in love. Why is the Seven of Wands here for Sagittarius in love? The Chariot in reverse. Something that is blocked, has a lack of direction, a lack of control. Something that's blocked, stunted, stopped, delayed, just no progress somewhere, or some sort of impulsive speed. But I'm getting more the sense of something that's lacking in direction or forward movement. Why is the Six of Wands here for Sagittarius in love? Strength in the upright. Finding your inner strength, finding your inner power, you've lost your power here somewhere, and you're trying to regain your control, your power, perhaps over a situation or a connection. You're facing something head on. You're taking control of a situation, a connection that had no control or direction, that you were persevering, you were standing up for it, you were defending it, but you wasn't getting much reward or appreciation or recognition for that. Seven of Swords in reverse energy. Why is it here for Sagittarius in love? Page of Swords in reverse. You feel like someone or a situation was deceptive, or someone was deceptive, dishonest, possibly manipulative. Someone that perhaps didn't have your best interests at heart. Or someone that was all talk and no action, perhaps. Someone that wasn't coming forward with truth and clarity. Some sort of communication that they've given you some communication, and it wasn't what you thought it would be. Perhaps they've been lying about something or deceitful about something, and they're laying it all on the table, coming clean, taking accountability. Why strength here in the reverse for Sagittarius in love? Two of Wands. This might be you, Sagittarius. There's a decision here that's been made. A decision with that taking into consideration your long-term plans, long-term goals. You're looking ahead. This is also about partnership. The people that you're in partnership with, or your connections, or the people that you're connected to. And you perhaps feel that this person wasn't, well, it wasn't progressing, and they were holding you back, perhaps in some way. Perhaps there might be long distance or travel involved here, or someone that's kept you at a distance, someone that you feel distant from, or they feel distant from you. You weren't meeting in the middle here. There was no progress. You feel like you was the only one. You wasn't getting what you were giving. This person wasn't putting in perhaps the same effort that you were, but there was just no progress here. And it was holding you back. It was making you feel powerless. You didn't have much control over the situation. And you didn't have any progress. And I feel that perhaps you want to go forward with direction, with ambition, with, you know, you want to get on, you want to go forward, you don't want to be stuck in something that's not progressing, not growing. And you certainly don't want to put your effort into a connection or into a situation. Well, yeah, you don't want to put your effort in to someone if you're not going to get effort back from them. It has to be equal, it has to be fair, it has, you know, has to be on the same page here. It has to be honest, it has to be true. Tell me about the Chariot in reverse energy. Why is it here for Sagittarius? Two of Cups in reverse. Someone wasn't giving back the love that you were giving to them. Or someone was just closed off to this. Someone wasn't as open or as affectionate, or yeah, it just wasn't on the same page. They wasn't giving you what you was giving them. Strength in the upright. Why is strength here for Sagittarius in love? The Tower in reverse. So there's been a resistance to some sort of change here. A change, a transformation, a transition. Someone is avoiding a tower moment, or someone did avoid a tower moment. Perhaps you resisted. I got a feeling that you persevered with this for a moment, and you resisted. You persevered. You were determined. You know, you were for this. You were standing up for it. You were kind of going for it, but perhaps you, I don't know how long this has been going on for, but you resisted a tower moment, or you are resisting a tower, or perhaps the tower moment hasn't come yet, or they're resisting some sort of change. There's a change here that needed to be made that wasn't being made, or hasn't been made, or is still yet to be made. But there's a very resistant energy here. Very resistant, very stuck. I'm getting power and control here. Power and control. Why is the Page of Swords here in reverse energy? The Sagittarius in love. The Hanged Man. Waiting around. I've got a feeling you waited, or someone here waited for, yeah, a while here. Someone waited for however long it was. But someone here is at the point of now surrendering, letting this go, coming to some sort of awakening, some sort of light bulb moment, some sort of clarity. someone's sort of still in this resistant, there's a resistance here to this, someone's sort of resistant or just not making a move, pausing, resisting, surrendering. Hopefully that will become more clear as we go on, because I'm getting both energies, somewhat contradicting energies. Two of Wands. Why is it here for Sagittarius in love? The Star. So someone's possibly coming to some sort of renewal, getting back to themselves, choosing to live authentically for themselves as they want to live. They're going forward. They're going forward, but someone wasn't choosing themselves here, or someone, there's also a hope. Perhaps there's this hope, or there was a hope that something would change, and that's kind of why the Hanged Man was there, or that resistant energy of the Tower in reverse. Someone was hoping that something would be successful here, an outcome would be successful, a connection would be successful, hopeful that someone would change. Tell me about that Two of Cups in reverse. Why is the Two of Cups here in reverse for Sagittarius in love? There's that Seven of Swords again. So someone here has been or is being deceptive, or you feel like you are being deceived, or someone here feels like they're being deceived, or there's some sort of deceitful energy here. Some sort of secret, sneaky, deceptive or manipulative energy here. Someone perhaps feels like they aren't being told the truth, or they haven't been told the truth, or they know there's a truth that's been uncovered, or someone's looking for the truth. Why is the Tower here in reverse for Sagittarius in love? Why is the Tower here in reverse for Sagittarius in love? Five of Pentacles. Someone here is, yeah, they're feeling rejected, neglected, left out, unrecognised, unappreciated. Very much alone, at a loss. Pushed out, left out, just in a cold, barren sort of place of rejection. I don't really know how else to put it. Why is the Hanged Man here for Sagittarius in love? King of Pentacles. Someone is at a point, or someone's choosing themselves here. Someone's good. Someone's realising their self-worth. Someone's realising how abundant and stable they are within themselves. And perhaps they haven't realised that up until this point. They've been possibly hanging around waiting for some sort of recognition, appreciation, validation, love, affection, equal give and take from someone. And they've forgotten themselves, and they're kind of possibly coming to the realisation that they don't need any of this. They don't need any of this. They don't need to be hanging around waiting. They don't need to feel rejected and unrecognised and unloved, and they are stable by themselves, and they're going to choose themselves, be independent, be abundant, be stable by themselves and not needing anyone else to make them feel that way. Why is the star here for Sagittarius in love? Nine of Swords in reverse. Someone's been anxious, worried, been thinking about this, been, you know, going over and over this in their head. Some sort of negative thinking, limited negative thinking that's been keeping them stuck, that's been keeping them, you know, held, limited, held back, doubtful. But they're kind of freeing themselves from this now. They're getting out of that thinking. They're sort of recovering. They're liberating themselves, liberating their mind. Starting to regain positive thinking, inner power, inner courage, inner abundance, inner stability, inner happiness. Why is the Seven of Swords here for Sagittarius in love? Judgment. Someone's making a judgment. Someone's awakening. Someone's transitioning. Someone's perhaps making a change that someone else couldn't. Or someone's about to... There's a decision that needs to be made here. Someone's not making a decision. Someone is about to make a decision, but a decision needs to be made here if it hasn't already been made. Some sort of transition needs to happen here for something to change into a better energy. Five of... Hold on a moment, one moment. Sorry about that. So, Five of Pentacles. Why is the Five of Pentacles here for Sagittarius in love? The Empress. The Empress. Someone is fed up of feeling neglected, rejected and unloved. And they're going to pour the love that they're giving into themselves. They're choosing themselves. They're becoming stable, abundant, progressive in themselves. You're giving something here. You manifest something here was stopped, stunted. It wasn't growing, and someone here was giving to something, but they wasn't giving anything back. And now they've kind of taken all that love, and they're about to put it into themselves. Why is the King of Pentacles here for Sagittarius in love? The Magician in reverse. Another energy of possible deception, illusion, confusion, ill intent. Or someone is just giving up on this. You know, enough with the self-doubt and negative thinking and rejection and cold energy. Enough of kind of thinking of what someone's actions are. Can I trust them? Are they manipulating me? Are they deceiving me? Why is the Nine of Swords here in reverse energy for Sagittarius in love? Eight of Cups. More abandonment energy and delusionment. Walking away from something. As much as perhaps someone wanted this. Sort of just knowing when to walk away. There's an energy of I don't know what's ahead, but I know that I just need to walk away from this. I need to turn my back on this. I need to go forward. I need to move. I need to, I'm not getting what I want here. I'm not getting emotional fulfillment. I'm not getting equal give and take. I'm not getting, you know, I'm giving my all here and I'm not getting anything from it. So this isn't progressing, and I need to progress. I need to move on. Why is Judgment here for Sagittarius in love? Queen of Pentacles in the upright. You got the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. You're going to rely, someone's creating control and stability and abundance within themselves. Someone's nurturing themselves. Someone's relying on themselves from now on. Someone's making a wise choice in order to gain some control and stability and abundance within themselves. Why is the Empress here for Sagittarius in love? Two of oh, hang on, I've drawn out two. Look, I'll take them. Yeah. Two of Cups in reverse again. Two of Pentacles. More, the messages are now, they're synchronizing, they're duplicating, they're coming up because this is the message that Spirit wants to deliver. Creating balance, making decisions, choosing oneself, choosing to, one moment, balancing, making decisions, making oneself a priority where perhaps one hasn't been. Balancing, grounding, stabilizing, making important decisions for oneself. Why is the Magician here in reverse energy for Sagittarius in love? The Emperor. There you go. There you go. The Empress and the Emperor. You got the Empress and the Emperor and the King and the Queen of Pentacles. So I'm getting that, yes, this could have been someone important to you. This is someone that you could have possibly seen as your divine counterpart. You wanted growth here. You wanted this to be something brilliant, amazing, grounded, you know, fiery, passionate. But I'm also getting that this is more about you. This is more about you making a decision, a very serious decision, one that once you make this decision, there's no going back. This is about you having respect for yourself. This is about you choosing yourself, being disciplined, creating some structure, some control, some balance. This is a no-nonsense energy. Someone is choosing themselves here. And there's no selfish energy here at all. Someone's within their right here. Very much so, to choose themselves, because they haven't been choosing themselves for quite a while. Why is the Eight of Cups here for Sagittarius in love? Four of Swords in reverse energy. Burnt out. Had enough. Exhausted. All out of energy. All out of love because you've given it all away. Stress. Reject. Just this has taken it out of you. This has taken it out of you. You've given this everything that you had. And you've been left burnt out, empty. And flipping disappointed by the sounds of it. But it's fueling you I think, to go forward. I think you're just done with the nonsense here of all of this. Queen of Pentacles. Why is she here for Sagittarius in love? Ten of Cups in reverse. Yeah. False sense of security, imbalance, broken connection, unemotionally fulfilled. This is not what someone thought it was going to be. This is not what they signed up for. Perhaps there has been some deception. Perhaps someone's kind of been stringing someone along, been manipulating someone, been deceiving someone, not being true to their word, or creating some sort of illusion here. Two of Cups in reverse energy. It's here again for Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to know about the Two of Cups in reverse? The Hermit in reverse. Sheer loneliness, not being able to find a way forward, feeling paralysed by fear, worry, anxiety, loneliness, restriction, limitations. It's really not being able to, just being in a very dark place throughout all of this. Or also as well, someone hasn't been giving back what they've been receiving because there's a slightly selfish energy there as well. Someone's just shut off, just closed off. Two of Pentacles. Why is the Two of Pentacles here for Sagittarius in love? Two of Cups in reverse again. Yeah, possibly an unhealthy attachment here. Someone's been possibly, yeah, a little bit attached, a little bit codependent. Someone's been waiting for that recognition, waiting for that validation, perhaps being left with a lack of closure that's left them clinging on because they wasn't getting any kind of communication or closure, or maybe they were dealing with someone that was emotionally avoidant here. The Emperor. Why is he here for Sagittarius in love? The Hanged Man in reverse. Yeah, there's that resistant, uncertain, holding sort of energy. Someone's been delaying something here. Someone's not been putting all their cards on the table. Someone's been keeping someone held in hope here. Perhaps biding for more time and not saying why. Stalling, not changing, resisting. And someone's kind of been hanging on to someone's words here, someone's strings. I'm getting puppet on a string. Four of Swords. Why is it here in reverse energy for Sagittarius? Knight of Cups in the upright. One moment. Sorry, I had to just quickly put my charger in, otherwise it was going to go. My battery was going to go. Knight of Cups. Someone's been perhaps charming here. Romantic, charming, presenting a situation, a connection as some sort of, well, something that it wasn't. Charming, affectionate. You know, perhaps this person was very attractive and alluring, but I'm going to put these into their suits. One moment. Yeah, so I'm getting, yeah, someone that is very resistant, very shut off, very closed off, very emotionally avoidant, non-committal. Someone that saw someone as their divine counterpart, their person that they wanted to be with, their king or their queen, their empress or their emperor. Someone that was very charming, very, you know, very alluring. But there was a lot of illusion here. Illusion, manipulation, deception, shady behaviour. And someone's just, there's a decision. that needs to be made, whether it has been made or it's being made or it's not being made, but it needs to be made. There is a judgment here that needs to take place. There is a spiritual awakening here that needs to take place. Whether the day of judgment is here or not, that will be for you to decide, Sagittarius. This is what the energy is. This is what the message is. And yeah, that's what I'll leave you with. Good luck with it. Best wishes. Lots of love. If this video resonated, then please consider giving it a thumbs up. If you would like further readings from me, please consider subscribing to my channel. Good luck, Sagittarius. Best wishes. And yeah, see you next time. Bye-bye.